I'm at an absolute loss for words right now. I do not know what to say, and I do want to say, hopefully the audio is good with this video. I really do. Apologies if the audio is maybe not the best. I mean, I think it should be decent, but yeah, whatever. I don't know what to say, and I have a lot. I mean, there's so many things I really want to say. I'll do my very best to make sure this video is not too long. But wow, it actually happened. This is one of those things where like you anticipate it's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen soon. All right, but even though you know it's gonna happen soon, it's still surprising when it actually does happen. And I didn't think I was going to be recording this video today. When I woke up, I never thought I was going to. Well, actually, I thought maybe I might, it could happen any day. And I didn't think I was going to be recording this video this year. I really wasn't. Maybe if it was a year from now, I'd believe you. But wow, I can't believe it. Tom Brady is actually retiring. I don't know. I don't know what to say, bro. I just don't know. Tom Brady, I'm never going to watch an NFL with Tom Brady ever again. I don't know what to say, bro. Like, I'm really sad. Like, I'm also happy for him. But, yeah, all right. I guess this should be like a reaction, tribute. I guess reacting to Tom Brady retiring, like, this is just absolutely unreal, man. Like, Tom Brady, when he was drafted, I wasn't even born, bro. And I've spent basically my entire life, my entire I've spent years watching Tom Brady, man. Like, Tom Brady, I've spent my entire childhood watching him, bro, and wow, I just don't know what to say, man. I can't believe he's actually retiring. This is surreal, to put it quite simply. It really is, man. It really is, man. I just don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. I've said that before, but I really am, man. I can't believe that Tom Brady is actually going to retire. It's just surreal, man. I don't know. I remember the day Tom Brady left the Patriots. Yeah, man. Yeah, I guess just him reacting. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, that was yeah, I don't know what I really don't know what I'm saying. I probably should make this video, not too long, but it's just absolutely unreal that he's retiring. It really is. So, yeah, that being said, even though I'm really sad, I can understand why he's retiring, man. Like, he's in his mid-40s, and that's actually kind of old for normal people's standards, but also, like, it's very old for athlete standards. And also, like, you could tell just by the way he was talking that it might have actually been, it was probably going to be coming soon. It really, what you can definitely tell from the way he was talking. And also his family, he was basically doing this for his family, and like, I 100% respect that. Like, family before everything, for sure, man. Family before football. I know football was his job, but family before everything, man. And he's doing this for his family, and like, I'm happy for him. As sad as I am, like, I can understand why he's doing this, and it's very understandable, man. And I want to say thank you for everything, Tom Brady. Like, this is definitely the tribute part, because I'm a Patriots fan, and for those, I want to say this, I'm not actually from Boston, and I'm not from the Northeast, and, I'm not. But the reason why I'm a Patriots fan is mostly because of Tom Brady. So, how I became a Pats fan, so I'm actually from Denver, and, when I was younger, and when I was getting into football, I wanted to support a hated team to because I just enjoyed that villainous feeling, and I really wanted to piss people off, too. And yeah, I was looking for teams, and Tom Brady quickly became my favorite player in the NFL. Like, he was such a good quarterback, and also, like, he was basically the villain of the NFL back then. This was in 2014, and I was just like, hey, you know what? It checks off all the boxes. He checks off him and the Patriots. They check off all of the boxes. They're great. Okay, them being a good team, that's very nice, but also they're a villainous team, and I can piss people off. And like, Tom Brady's my favorite player in the NFL, so he got me into the Patriots, and I mean, words can't describe how much he did for the Patriots, man. Like, before he arrived with the Patriots, like, the Patriots were just, like, historically, they really weren't the best franchise, but he turned them from a franchise that really wasn't the best historically to one of, if not the greatest franchise in NFL history, and one of the greatest franchises in all of North American sports, and not even just North American sports, world sports, man. He really transformed the Patriots into that. He helped give the Patriots that identity. He really did. And what he did for the Patriots, man, like, you can't even describe. I mean, just, if you were to write out like what he means to the Patriots, you'd need like 40. You'd need an entire notebook to do that, man. Like, he means so much to the Patriots, and even when after he left the Patriots, I was still a massive fan of him. And if the Patriots, my basically the way, my fandom, I guess, worked at that time after he left the Patriots, for those 2 years, if the Patriots weren't gonna win the Super Bowl, and sadly they didn't make it to the Super Bowl in 2020, same thing for 2021. If they didn't make it, if Tom Brady's team was still alive in the playoffs, I am going for Tom Brady, because he is my favorite player of all time. He helped me. In fact, not only did he, help me become a Patriots fan, but he also helped me become a football fan. Him and my dad, they are basically the reasons why I'm an NFL fan, man. So Tom Brady, I gotta thank him a lot, because he means a lot to the Patriots, and he means so much to me, and he means so much to just the entire NFL, man. I like, my respect for him is unreal, bro. He's my favorite NFL player of all time, and probably my favorite athlete of all time. He really is, man. Tom Brady. Okay, sorry about the heavy breathing there, but like, Tom Brady, he just means a lot to me, bro. He really does, and it's just, I really am sad that we will never watch we'll never witness an NFL with Tom Brady playing in it ever again. And so many of my childhood stars are retiring, and so many of them are declining. It's so sad to see that, man. It really is. And Tom just retired. Drew Brees retired last year. Aaron Rodgers is, playing his final years in the NFL. Same thing with Matt Ryan. Heck, who else? Le'Veon Bell's, he's basically washed up, but if I'm being honest, man, no disrespect to him. Antonio Brown, if I'm being honest, I mean, his NFL career is basically over. Julio Jones, I mean, he's sadly declining. DeAndre Hopkins, thankfully, he's still, I mean, he hasn't hit 30 yet. He's a few years away from it, but thankfully, he's still in the NFL. He's a big part of my childhood. Gronk, unfortunately, because of Tom Brady's retiring, I think he's also going to retire, this time for good. And who else? Richard Sherman. He's probably on, his last legs. I think he's going to be retiring soon. There's so many NFL players from my childhood that are basically gone or just regressing, man. And it's just so sad to see. And I mean, that 100% applies to Tom Brady. And I mean, I guess speaking of these childhood stars, I mean, that applies to so many of my favorite Patriots from when I was growing up. Like Tom Brady, of course. Gronk is, as I said before, is retiring. Julian Edelman retired last year. Heck, Donta Hightower's as sad as it is, I think he's gonna be leaving the Patriots. Same thing with James White, Devin McCourty, dude. It's so sad that I'm gonna have to watch all of them go, and it's so sad to see so many of my childhood stars, retire and all that. But I mean, we're approaching 10 minutes soon, and I don't want to make this video too long, so the end of the video is coming soon. But yeah, one last time before this video does end, I just want to say thank you so much, Tom Brady. You mean a lot. You mean a lot to me. You're my favorite athlete of all time. You're my favorite NFL player of all time. You're the greatest player in NFL history. You mean so much to the New England Patriots. You mean so much to the NFL. You mean so much to all of sports. You mean so much to just so many people in the world. You really do. And yeah, I mean, you're the greatest of all time, man. I mean, and it's just gonna be so sad watching an NFL without you. I cannot speak. It's gonna be so sad just watching a league without you. It really is. But thank you guys so much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. Like, subscribe, do all of that stuff. And without further ado, you guys, I'm out, you guys.